Hello, welcome to my channel, Conscious Growing. I'm Matthias. Welcome to this new video. So, today I want to talk about chronic symptoms. Yes, it's this endless topic on this channel. And please consider I'm not a medical professional. I'm just a body-mind coach for 20 years and I was hit by some ongoing chronic symptoms after 2 corona infections 2 years ago. And on this channel I describe my path through these conditions and everything that helped me, or this inner work that was necessary. And today's topic is feel to heal. And I've done lots of similar videos recently, and today I want to pinpoint this topic again because it's so important from my perspective. And we all know these circumstances when we have ongoing symptoms, weird symptoms in the body, changing symptoms in the body, and they're usually combined with anxiety and then worried thoughts about the future, how will I survive, how will my life ever get better, and all these kind of thought patterns. And so one of the things that maybe is the most difficult is to allow to feel whatever comes up, because it's very unpleasant and we don't want to do it. But the more I'm into it, the more important I find it, and also the more relief I experience. And when you see it from a very simple aspect, it just means that in the past we all experienced trauma, and we all have had times with our parents and were struggling in the past and not be seen and taking heavy burdens in our childhood already. Lots of very personal stories that left a footprint in our memory. And the memory is this body energetically. And so when you are hit by chronic symptoms, it's quite likely that these chronic symptoms doesn't mean much more than suppressed emotions in the past. And please remember, it's not your fault at all that this happened. You did your best, you had strategies to deal with it in the childhood, in some cases really to survive this childhood and not starve with your emotions because you were not allowed to show them. And you had no other ways and no other mechanisms to suppress them. And when chronic symptoms come up, for me it's nothing else than this is another hint from the body to have a closer look and to see, okay, here is something I have to process. And the only way to process this is to allow to feel it. And for many people the question comes up, how could it look like? How can I do it on a daily basis or in such an ongoing process? Because as we all know, this is a roller coaster for most of us. if not for all of us. And this means there are some, as far as I see it, there are some progress cycles. Means in some days the sensations are strong, the conditions, the pains, whatever it is for you, it can be really strong. And under these strong sensations, there are emotions. So what most of us do is when the uncomfortable sensation come up and all these weird emotions, we're trying to escape. We're trying to get rid of. We're trying our best to escape from this situation. And as you might have recognized on your own journey, it doesn't work that way, because this old familiar saying, what you persist resists, is so true, but it has to become an experienced way of dealing with the sensations themselves. So from my own experience, I can say when I'm in these cycles, and this means nothing else than, okay, there are some better days and you have more capacities and the emotions aren't that strong and you get some trust back and also some trust in belief in your recovery and so on. But when these flare-ups come, most of us usually get frustrated, angry, upset, even end up in despair and in these deep rabbit holes. And I find it really important, instead of running away, instead of trying to fix it, instead of using some techniques to do it, these are all just informations to the nervous system, to the brain. Alarm, alarm, here's something wrong. I'm in a fixing mode. I watch another YouTube video to get some support, some help, some knowledge, some relief in best case. But usually that doesn't work, because the more we are giving these informations to our brains that we are in trouble, however we do it, we keep on hanging in this loop, in this unhealthy loop, and actually in this old loop, in this familiar loop of being alert, being alarmed, close to freak out or even freak out, and so on. And you have to see that this is the old familiar pattern. This is the inner child, so to speak, that's trying to operate in his old familiar ways. And if you allow this inner child to do this, then you are hanging in there, and it's likely that you can't get better from there. So I have spoken in other videos about the prefrontal cortex, means your here and now brain, which decides which way to go, and you make the decisions if you want to get ruled by your fearful amygdala, this part of your brain that's trying to protect you, but which is also operating on false informations, on old data. So you want to have a data up in your brain, and this upgrade can't be something else than giving new informations to your system in your behavior, but also in the way you allow to feel things. So instead of running away, instead of getting unhealthy distracted, you want to be with it. You want to allow to sit with it. And you might find it in your own personal way. There are no rules for it. So let's say if you ran away all your life from uncomfortable feelings, then it's such new thing for your whole system. And this means this needs some practice. And there will be some resistances in the beginning. Because if you start and stop and face it, then of course these uncomfortable feelings and sensations will even get stronger. And so you don't want to be fixed on the symptoms themselves and not to get in a freeze mode, but more like saying, okay, I'm here, I make the decision to be here, I'm driving the bus, so to speak, and I'm just allowing these sensations to come. And then you allow them to come. And the more neutral you can be, the better it is. But this is also a learning, because in the beginning you will be frightened. Means these periods of the ability to observe it will be short. Maybe it's a minute, maybe it's a few seconds. But maybe then along the day you decided several times to just meet it and just be okay with it. And the more you train that you can be okay with it, the more you are able to feel what's happening there. Because with time, there's no need to escape anymore. Because here is the good news. It's not dangerous. It won't kill you. Nobody ever died by these sensations, by these pains, or by anxiety, which is a big part of it too. So because many people are feeling anxiety because of the symptoms. So I'm one of those. And to desensitize yourself, there's no other way of allowing to be with these uncomfortable sensations and thoughts. But you want to stay as neutral as possible. You want to allow them. In best case, with time you develop even more than just a neutral state. You might even establish some curiosity about it. And this is really powerful, because that shows to this scared part of the brain that you are not frightened, that you are even curious. And the more you establish these new qualities in you, the more these feelings and sensations, they will fade, because you take your power back through the ability to stay put, to stay present. And then underneath these sensations, these pains, or whatever it is for you, or even, okay, like that, underneath there are emotions, always. And if you can stick with it, then also these old emotions will come up. Maybe sadness, or the stronger version is even grief. Maybe shame. Shame is a big one. And also anxiety. But you have to understand, anxiety is not fear. Because anxiety is just the sensation on the surface, but below anxiety there are emotions, always. And in most cases, excuse me, in most cases the mentioned ones, the just mentioned ones. So, and I have to add anger, of course, because you're angry. You can, it doesn't need necessarily be anger from the past. It just can be the anger of the current situation. You can be angry about it. Okay, so you're angry, and it's okay to allow the anger, to feel anger. It's okay, feel it. When you feel in despair, feel this despair. When sadness comes up, allow the sadness to feel. And you know, most of us, we have been like automates, like robots in our past, and always trying to escape feeling these uncomfortable emotions. And now is the time to do it. And this is like a cleansing, it's like a cleaning the house. And the more you allow an attitude of, okay, I welcome these sensations, I'm not afraid of them, it's necessary that they come. They help me to develop a new environment in me, a new quality in me. I'm not afraid anymore. This will make you stronger, and this is a deep process, and I think nobody else than you can do it, because it's a decision to go inwards and not collecting more knowledge from outwards, just going inwards, just listen, just allow, just feel, just process. Open your body, be as loose and limp and relaxed as you can be in the situation. Lie on your bed, sit on a chair. Say welcome, say you're welcome, I welcome you. You have been in there for so long, and now it's okay that you come out, even if it's really strong. You know, the stronger these emotions are, the better it is. And the more you allow, the faster this process will go. This is what I'm feeling right now. The more resistance there is, the more escaping. Yeah. And this can also mean on one day you do it and you have some progress. You feel, wow, I did a good job yesterday. It's not done within a day. We have to continue. We have to take to account that this might come again and that this may take a while and these sensations might be there. But the more fear you lose, the better it is. And then when you lose the fear of the anxiety, of your own old emotions, then also there's some new self-assurance that you can do more things in life again. Yeah, you say, okay, now I process this, I feel lighter. Let's do something in the here and now. I'm going for a walk. I'm cooking something nice for myself. I call a friend, whatever it might be. I just have, you will get more capacities again, because you are stopping to block and hold yourself and being fixed on fixing or escaping. Now you are opening up and you build up resilience, and you also experience that it's not dangerous, it will not kill you, it's just a relief. It can feel very unpleasant at times, almost unbearable, but the more we repeat this kind of inner work, feeling it, allowing it to be there wherever it is. And for example, I worked on this a lot in the last couple of weeks, and I felt some anxiety this morning. So it's morning here right now, and I had to go to a store, and I felt the anxiety was there quite strong. And I was saying, okay, these sensations are there, sensations of anxiety, they take you by the hand, but nevertheless, I will go to this store now. And when I walked there, I enjoyed the walk. It's a cold winter day here, beautiful outside. And I even met some people, some smiles to people, and I was calm in the market itself, and the sensation vanished again. You know, it's a coming and going. It's a coming and going. These are some cycles that come and go, and when we are able not to get stuck with them and and make the experience that these are waves that come and go, and the more we are allowing these waves in our systems to come and go, open, work themselves through us, and even the anxiety or whatever it might be, then we take our power back. And this is the big chance. So to turn the coin from seeing ourselves as victims under these circumstances, we are our own masters to learn that we are safe in the end, and that these sensations, they can act themselves out, but we are not the slaves of them. And this needs time and practice. And of course, you can have a good day and 2 good days, and then it can hit you really hard again. But the inner attitude is the same, as good as you can. And again, it's not like we are not, we feel what has to be felt. And if it's strong, it's strong, and then we feel this strong emotion. But we are always here, our mind is always here, and we are the observers of these sensations, and that's it. And with time, the waves go lower, and the ocean, so to speak, gets calmer again. And this is our own opportunity in this. So, thank you for listening. I think hope it makes some sense. Please subscribe if you are interested and curious in more about these contents, and thumb up, and any comments are welcome, of course, like always. And yeah, try it out and see that you have more abilities than you think. Have a good day. Bye for now.